Why breakup hurts so much? We all have certainly been through this phase at some point in life. Some of us were more deeply hurt than others. Some of us got out of the mess with the support of family and friends, while some of us faced it alone. Some of us got into addiction, while some of us grew stronger in life. And why breakup hurts so much? Let us check out it today, and here you go. Do you know why do we go through so much of emotions, pain, anger, hatred, rage when we lose someone or break up? Firstly, let us get to the point and understand how our system works. Our body is generally made up of cells that are present in each and every organ or parts of the body. Or more likely we can say that even the skin, the bones, the teeth and every other organ in the body is made up of a group of cells. The life expectancy of these cells can be a few seconds to a minute, a day or a week, sometimes a few months to a few years as well. Every second, there are thousands and millions of cells that die, and these dead cells are replaced by a new cell and excreted out in various forms or ways. If we take into account right now, this moment, we turn out to be a completely new person by 70% after 1.5 years. That means after 1.5 years, some of or most of these cells are replaced by a new cell. And we become almost a new person by 99% after 7 or more years. That means 99% of the cells that live today are completely replaced by a new cell by 7 or more years. And this is the reason why you see that when you have lost someone very close to our heart, it really hurts. And it takes a few days to a few weeks or sometimes a few months to a few years to actually heal us from the loss. And the time that is taken to heal us from these losses depends upon how emotionally or how deeply we were connected to them. The deeper the emotion, the longer it takes to heal, as most of these emotions and the memories are completely stored in each and every cell of our body. Secondly, these memories or emotions keep striking us back with a desire to get back to those times on how we felt about that person or something when we met them for the first time, or how we felt around during those wonderful days. And such desires and emotions keep hurting us most often unless these deep-rooted cells die. And that is why you see people saying, time heals anything and everything. Thirdly, on one side, if these fears and emotions keep haunting us back, on the other side, it is the fear of facing loneliness. If you have carefully observed when you have broken up or when you have lost someone close to your heart, you would have always felt, what am I gonna do without them or it? And this fear of future of being left alone is what hurts us more and more again. Fourthly, while these memories and fear keep haunting us back and back again, we get to a point where we stop believing in our very own thoughts, where we start doubting everything around us. And slowly we start losing the confidence and the trust in our very own self. And this is the point where we get into a stress and depression and completely deeply emotional and very low in life. At sometimes we also get to a point of thinking about suicide and a lot of various other things, or giving up on life. And finally, there comes the phase of forgiveness. With all this fear, stress, depression and loneliness, it is the time where we are unable to forgive ourselves. We are just unable to forget and forgive what we have done to us. Unless we have the maturity to understand the process of life and relationships, it's going to be a really difficult phase, or unless time helps to forget and forgive. This is the point where our future depends. If we are strong enough to forgive ourselves, we might be largely able to avoid most of the pain and heal quickly. But if we choose to blame ourselves, then it's going to be a really long and a difficult phase for us to come out of it. As some of these deep-rooted cells where the memories and the emotions are stored, it easily takes at least 3 to 6 months or sometimes even a year and a half for us to actually heal and come out of the situation. As you have seen, most of the breakups, most of the people, at least a minimum of 3 to 6 months is definitely required for them to come out of it. That's because the emotions are deeply rooted into these cells. And it is time when these cells die, that is when we actually get a release or free from all these emotions, and that is how we get to heal. Some of us might have a question if new cells are going to be replaced every minute, every second, or a few weeks. These memories or emotions can be passed on to the new cell, right? Well, but the memory that is passed on to a new cell is not going to be the same as real as the cell that experienced the moment or the situation or the breakup. So that is why when the memory is passed on to the new cell, the effect becomes a little lesser than the cell which actually experienced it. That means the cell which experienced it as it dies, the effect that we had about the pain or the hurt is going to be a little lesser. And when that cell is going to pass on the memory to another new cell, the effect is going to be much more lesser. And that is how the replacement cells keep forgetting and forgiving, and then we slowly start coming out of the breakup, the pain, the anger, the emotion, the stress, or the depression, or even the thoughts of suicide and giving up on life. I hope this information was really helpful, and I hope if you guys have gone through a breakup, or right now if you're in a breakup phase while you're watching this video, please understand the process of life and the process of relationships, or how our body or the system works. Well, definitely do not blame yourself for whatever has happened, and have a wonderful life, guys, and have a wonderful life as well. So I'll see you guys on my next video. This is Anchor Satish signing off, and do not forget to please subscribe. See you.